Ring finger, 2-ring thumb. Dum diddy dum diddy diddy dum dum. We said we're gonna change
little
that.
monkeys beating on a drum. Drum diddy drum diddy diddy drum drum.
And we said DMC and DJ Run. Dum diddy dum diddy diddy dum dum.
And the rest is history.
On this edition of Ultrasound, they were the pioneers that gave urban culture a voice, paving the way for an era that took rap music from rocking neighborhood house parties to rocking the world.
We built this because we don't have tennis courts and golf courses. We can't get into Studio 54. We got to do our own partying.
That's when it was brand new, it was fresh, it was exciting. It was like, yo, you know, hip-hop was on the move, it was on the rise, it was just taking over the streets.
It was back when battles were fought over beats, when sampling was an art, and MC meant move the crowd. Back when fashion was outrageous and rap tours filled arenas. Here the original members of the hip-hop community tell the tale of how it was back in the day.
'80s was party. Okay, '80s was let's have a party.
Hip-hop back then was a lot different. It was a lot more fun.
The '80s era in hip-hop. Fun, raw.
It was being creative. Imaginations was flowing and people were hungry and people doing it just for the love of it.
It was a way of life. It wasn't even really about get the check. It was more so about get the respect for your skills and for your talent.
We were all having fun in the beginning, just trying to entertain people and make them have fun.
The scene was you write some rhymes, you then went and tried to become a record carrier of whoever the hottest DJ was. In the 80s, the DJ was the one putting everybody on, and you carried that DJ's records, wires, turntables, you rhymed whenever that DJ had a party. So then you went from the parks to the clubs, from the clubs to the record companies. You then went into the arenas and you became a star.
Got a KRS-One, he the teacher. You had Rakim, the microphone fiend.
And you had Public Enemy with the social commentary, you know, socially significant rhyming.
You had Dougie Fresh, the entertainer, the beatbox, that Slick Rick, the guy who tell the stories.
Then you had your LL Cool J, you had your Run DMC. There was no way to stop that.
We're rising, surprising, and open it McCloud. We always tell the truth, and then we never slip no lies. No curl, no frame, PDA, still get paid. Dramatic cut the record up and down across stage.
What these people did was create something of their own, from their own generation, of their own culture. And they weren't trying to fit in. They didn't try to make records that belonged on the radio. And they didn't expect to get on the radio, and they didn't care about the radio.
It was just this whole intense technology of 2 turntables and a voice over it that was like kind of like exciting for me as a 18, 19-year-old. And then when records came about, it was just so stunning.
It started like in '80 with Rapper's Delight, and that was the first record to really get nationwide radio play.
As soon as it hit the airwaves, every radio station, every car that passed by, everybody with a box was listening to Rapper's Delight. It's like, what?
Especially
what is this on the radio?
Everybody was just rapping in their backyards and rapping at house parties. So to be able to rap and have it be heard on the radio was like a big, big deal.
Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat. And me, the groove, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet.
I heard Rapper's Delight soon as Hank came from the studio with it, because I wrote part of that, okay? And I fell asleep.
You gotta understand, when Rapper's Delight first came out, it was 15 minutes long. And the actual irony about the record was not how long the 15 minutes were, but how short the 15 minutes were, because they condensed a 3-hour thing into 15 minutes. And that was the trick.
I'm here, and I'm there. I'm Big Bang Hank, I'm everywhere.
Hank used to be down with me. He was our manager. He used to take my tapes to work with him. And one day he was just in work singing along with the tape. And Joey Robinson came in there from Sugar Hill. And he said, we putting together a group. to make a rap record. He came to me, he said, yo, they want me to make a record. I said, you? Why you? You don't MC. You're the manager. He said, well, he already got 2 guys and they want me. I said, well, fine. If something happens for you, it's going to happen for us next. So he said, let me use some of your rhymes. So I just threw a book on the table and said, use what you want.
Check it out, I'm the CASN, the OVA, and the rest is FLY.
Hank goes, check it out, I'm the CASN, the OVA, and he's spelling out my name, Casanova Fly. That was my name back in the day before I shortened it to Cass. Everything he said was written by somebody else, if not me. I penned the 3rd of the first gold platinum rap record ever made.
Clap your hands, everybody, if you got what it takes. Because I'm Curtis Blow, and I want you to know that these are the breaks.
The 80s were really, really special. Not just the music, but the culture, you know, the gear, the clothing, the way we walk and talk, the graffiti, and also the scratching and the breaking.
When Bambaataa brought out Planet Rock, that's where that began to be world known because the music brings a dance element.
B-boy is a break boy or a Bronx boy. Originally, it was like a Bronx boy. Then our Cool Herc started calling it B-boy because we were called break boys. He would say, B-boys, are you ready? B-girls, are you ready? And throw on a break beat. You knew it was time to catch a wreck. The records that you were dancing to when you were freaking a girl, that was gonna stop. It was just like, all right, lace your laces up, that's it. You just do your thing and go off.
Music, it's the B-boys, and it's also these guys wanting to do their own style of writing.
When it comes to graffiti, you know, writing on walls has existed for, you know, thousands of years, but no one had taken the lettering and the style and the wild style and the coloring and the aspect of art and motion.
It was an evolvement. It went from graffiti to breakdancing to DJing to MCing.
What made it great was the fact that it was something that was ours. It was coming from, you know, the urban areas, and it was like our own style of art, our own style of dancing, our own style of music.
It was fresh, it was exciting, it was like, yo, you know, hip-hop was on the move, it was on the rise, it was just taking over the streets.
Every day something was growing, and then the newness of it, the freshness, like it was a great era. I mean, it was incredible, incredible.
I remember the Dookie rope chains, come on, that was the best.